The Finals is a free-to-play first-person shooter, which focuses on team-based matches on maps with a destructible environment, where players are encouraged to use the dynamic environment to their advantage. Starting as a complete beginner can be a little exhausting, hence in this video, we will share with you some tips and tricks that will not only help you understand the game better, but it will also help you play the game more effectively. When you're just starting, establishing a perfect build, or at least a considerable build, is really important. In the game, there are three main types of builds: light, medium, and heavy. Each class, whether light, medium, or heavy, have unique weapons, gadgets, and special abilities. The light build prioritizes speed but sacrifices health, making it perfect for stealth and hit-and-run gameplay. Meanwhile, the medium build strikes a balance between speed and damage, excelling as healers who can quickly evade attacks, heal allies, scan for objects, and offer support in combat. On the other hand, the heavy build focuses on survivability and combat, utilizing heavy weapons at the expense of speed. For beginners, the recommended starting point is the medium build. This choice provides access to versatile weapons and gadgets. Ideally, a team should comprise all three roles, but if you find yourself playing solo, the medium build is a well-rounded option, combining features of both other classes. What distinguishes the Finals is its unique destruction system, which allows you to blow apart environments using explosives. This not only softens up enemies, but also opens up new approaches. Hazards scattered across the map can be launched or used to lure opponents, while quick players can snag rewards. Vigilance is crucial, as attacks can come from multiple angles, requiring a keen awareness of one's surroundings. Color-coded canisters, when thrown at enemies or walls, yield various effects. Red canisters explode, while green ones emit poisonous gas, adding a tactical layer to engagements. Moreover, interactable buttons and elevators on maps raise or lower barriers, opening doors for additional cover. A giant crane becomes a sniper perch or a bridge to a cache box, while an antique cannon can demolish a strategic building. The cache boxes are really crucial for victory, which pay out points to the controlling team when the timer ends. Defending these cache boxes is vital, as they can be stolen by opposite teams. A light player using a cloaking device and smoke grenades can slip into a cache box zone undetected, taking control and slipping away unnoticed just before it pays out. Winning in the game is all about collecting cache deposits, but carrying a cache-filled box makes you vulnerable to enemy attacks. When transporting a deposit box, a useful practice is to juggle it while walking. Continuously throwing the box in the walking direction reduces the time it takes to bring up your weapon, improving your chances in a gunfight. Additionally, the deposit box can inflict a small amount of damage if thrown at enemies. In a pinch, tossing the box at an opponent can distract them, buying you time to draw your weapon. While the map is full of ziplines and ladders for scaling buildings, a quicker alternative involves ascending through windows. You can achieve this by standing on the window stool, jumping to the second window, and breaking the glass for entry. This technique can be employed strategically, enabling surprise attacks or reaching targets faster. To control the opponent's movement within a specific area, use weapons to destroy any ziplines or ladders. Also, whenever you're cashing out or stealing from a vault, break all ziplines and ladders linked to that area. This forces enemies into confined routes, allowing for better defensive positioning and an increased chance of victory. Most of the beginners overlook the possibility of eliminating these waypoints, causing significant disadvantages for the opposing team. So, for a tactical advantage, destroy ziplines by detonating their bases, eliminating a potential method of attack, and, if lucky, any enemies using it at the time. As you know that there are multiple ways you can interact with the environment, breaking things is one of the most important of them all, for which you have different choices, like using explosives, grenades, or even your melee weapon. It's better to stay far away from the enemy and deal the maximum damage possible, which can be easily done by using explosive containers or grenades to smash buildings where enemies are. You can also wreck the place where they're collecting money to surprise them. If you're using heavy builds, grab your melee weapon and smash walls or ceilings to surprise opponents. Use jumping pads on the map to jump high and land on top of buildings to do this. Explosives confuse enemies and make new paths or block them. This gives you a chance to attack an enemy team that's hiding. Blow up the floor under a money box to bring it down, or break into a room from the top to surprise opponents. Each class has special items that are really useful. Some of the best ones are Thermal Vision, Zipline, Frag Grenade, C4, and Mine. The game has more than 20 gadgets you can use, so make sure to use them to find opponents and break things to get somewhere faster. The best advice is to avoid rushing to respawn immediately. At the beginning of each match, you receive 2 respawn tokens. While these tokens allow instant revival upon death, it's essential to use them wisely. Teammates can revive you for free from your fallen action figure, bringing you back to the same spot where you perished, and everyone respawns together after a full team wipe. When evaluating whether to spend these tokens, consider the overall team situation. If your team is likely to lose the fight regardless of an immediate respawn, it's advisable to conserve the token. Save these tokens for endgame scenarios, where returning to assist your teammates can be the game changer between victory and defeat. Keep an eye out for miniature action figures of other players scattered across the maps. These signify downed players, providing enemies with an opportunity to revive their teammates. If you come across these action figures, linger for a moment to see if an opponent attempts a revival. Seizing the initiative in such situations not only prevents a player from being revived, but can also incapacitate the rest of their team. You can select diverse items in addition to your primary weapon. It's essential to embrace variety in your inventory, since these items replenish over time instead of being depleted. Consequently, there's little value in packing numerous explosives that essentially serve the same purpose. Among the noteworthy utility items at your disposal are the Zipline gun and defibrillator. These tools can swiftly propel you to advantageous positions or thwart enemy attacks, making them valuable assets that shouldn't be overlooked. Upon starting the game, you'll receive 10,000 in-game cash to replenish your inventory. However, every item, including specializations like the grappling hook, comes with a price tag. For newcomers, it's crucial to spend wisely, especially since gadgets like the explosive mine cost 1,000 each. During the gameplay, you might be so busy running, jumping, and shooting that you forget about the timer. But to cash out successfully, you have to wait for about 2 minutes. During this time, make sure the area is safe and block off all routes except one for a quick escape. Keep your weapon ready, especially if there might be explosives around. If you're planning to steal the cash, pay attention to the timer, it's super important. It's essential to find a balance between rushing in and playing it smart. The map shows where the vaults and drop-off points are, and you can see if other teams are around. If you're a bit late to a spot, don't charge in right away. With all that being said, the main thing to keep in mind is that the timing is really crucial, and especially when you're starting out the game. I hope this list of tips help you when just starting out in the finals. If you've got any tips you'd like pass along, share it with us in the comments. For everything else gaming, keep it here. I'll see you all in the next video.